Namaskar. A warm welcome to World News and Indian Perspective on All India Radio. This is Abhineet Shukla and with me is Saira Mujtaba, bringing glimpses of the major developments of the day from across the globe. Over the next half an hour, we shall bring you the latest from the world of politics, economy, sports, entertainment and more. The headlines. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi announces centre to repeal all the three farm laws in upcoming winter session of Parliament, appeals to protesting farmers to call off agitation and return home. World's most sophisticated MRI facility launched at National Brain Research Centre in Manesar, Haryana. 52nd edition of International Film Festival of India to open with a grand ceremony on Saturday. Austria becomes the first country in Europe to impose lockdown amid new coronavirus infections. And in archery, India bags 1 gold, 4 silvers and 2 bronze in Asian Archery Championships in Dhaka. As India created history by administering over 100 crore vaccine doses against COVID-19, All India Radio salutes all the doctors, nurses, other frontline workers and all those who got vaccinated and made this possible. Even though the country has achieved this feat, we caution our listeners that the battle against COVID is not yet over. We appeal to our listeners to get fully vaccinated at the earliest and also help others get vaccinated. During the festival season, please follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing and focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact the national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075. And now the news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said the government has decided to repeal all the 3 farm laws. Addressing the nation this morning, Mr. Modi announced that the laws will be repealed in the upcoming winter session of the Parliament. He said the 3 laws were for farmers' benefit, but the government could not convince a section of farmers despite their best efforts. He appealed to protesting farmers to call off their agitation and return to their homes.
आज मैं पूरे देश को ये बताने आया हूं कि हमने 3 कृषि कानूनों को वापस लेने का, रिपील करने का निर्णय लिया है। इस महीने के अंत में शुरू होने जा रहे संसद सत्र में, इसी महीने में हम 3 कृषि कानूनों को रिपील करने की संवैधानिक प्रक्रिया को पूरा कर देंगे। साथियों, मैं आज अपने सभी आंदोलनरत किसान साथियों से आग्रह कर रहा हूं, आज गुरु पर्व का पवित्र दिन है। अब आप अपने अपने घर लौटे, अपने खेत में लौटे, अपने परिवार के बीच लौटे। आइए एक नई शुरुआत करते हैं, नए सिरे से आगे बढ़ते हैं।
The Prime Minister said the goal of the 3 farm laws was to empower farmers, especially the small farmers. Mr. Modi said whatever he did for the farmers. The Prime Minister also announced the formation of a committee to promote zero budgeting-based agriculture to change crop pattern as per the changing needs of the country and to make minimum support price more effective and transparent.
छोटे किसानों की ताकत बढ़ाने के लिए 10,000 एफपीओ किसान उत्पादक संगठन बनाने का अभियान भी जारी है। इस पर भी करीब 7,000 करोड़ रुपए खर्च किए जा रहे हैं। माइक्रो इरिगेशन फंड के आवंटन को भी 2 गुना करके 10,000 करोड़ रुपए कर दिया गया है। हमने क्रॉप लोन भी 2 गुना कर दिया, तो इस वर्ष 16 लाख करोड़ रुपए हो जाएगा। अब पशुपालकों को, मछली पालन से जुड़े हमारे किसानों को भी किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड का लाभ मिलना शुरू हो गया। यानी हमारी सरकार किसानों के हित में हर संभव कदम उठा रही है, लगातार एक के बाद एक नए कदम उठाती जा रही है।
The Prime Minister said the government worked to provide farmers with seeds at reasonable rates and facilities like micro-irrigation and 22 crore soil health cards. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the Infiniti Forum, a 2-day thought leadership forum on fintech on the 3rd of December. The event is being hosted by International Financial Services Centres Authority, IFSCA, under the aegis of Government of India in collaboration with Gift City and Bloomberg in virtual mode. Indonesia, South Africa and the United Kingdom are partner countries in the first edition of the forum. Infiniti Forum is IFSCA's flagship financial technology and global thought leadership event where pressing problems, progressive ideas, innovative technologies from across the world gets discovered, discussed and developed into solutions. It unites the world's leading minds in policy, business and technology to discuss and come up with actionable insight into how technology and innovation can be leveraged by the fintech industry for inclusive growth and serving the humanity at large. Prime Minister Modi on a separate occasion earlier emphasized that the future of fintech and Industry 4.0 is emerging in India. He had said, just as India will learn from others, we will share our experience and expertise with the world, and what drives India also holds hope for the others. He said, we dream for India is what we also wish for the world, and this is a common journey for all.
Union Minister for Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, on Friday launched first of its kind, latest, world's most sophisticated MRI facility at the National Brain Research Centre, NBRC, in Manesar, Haryana. It is India's premier institute dedicated to neuroscience research and education. On the occasion, the minister said, with this facility, India embarks on new frontiers of human neuroscience with a unique and powerful 3D MRI platform of outstanding performance. He informed that MRI scanner Prisma from Siemens in Germany is being used by several international initiatives like Brain Initiative of USA, the European Human Brain Project. Dr. Singh said this new facility can run intense scanning modalities very fast, which reduces the scanning time for patients by almost a quarter from earlier generation machines. This is being used to develop human cohort data for patients suffering from common brain and mental health disorders, including Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, anxiety, and depression. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar on Friday squarely blamed China for creating gaps in bilateral relationship. India and China are going through a particularly bad patch in their ties because Beijing has taken a set of actions in violation of agreements for which it still doesn't have a credible explanation, Mr. Jaishankar said. In an apparent reference to the Eastern Ladakh border clash with China, Mr. Jaishankar said it is for the Chinese leadership to answer where they want to take the bilateral relationship. He said India has told China that progress in the disengagement process in Eastern Ladakh was essential for the restoration of peace and tranquility, and that it is the basis for the development of overall bilateral ties. The External Affairs Minister said this while participating in a panel discussion on Greater Power Competition, the Emerging World Order, at the Bloomberg New Economic Forum in Singapore.
Former Afghanistan Vice President Amrullah Saleh has slammed Pakistan for using his country to strategic and financial gains. Mr. Saleh, who fled the country following August 15 takeover by the Taliban, said Pakistan has been using Afghanistan to receive billions of dollars from the world on one pretext or the another. Saleh in a tweet shredded Pakistan for usurping huge funds in the name of anti-Soviet jihad and war on terror. He also said Afghanistan strategically and financially has been the most rewarding battleground for Pakistan until August the 15th. He alleged that the Pakistani has received 78 to 92 billion of dollars in the name of anti-Soviet jihad. The 52nd edition of the International Film Festival of India, IFFI, is all set to kick off tomorrow with a glittering opening ceremony. The organizing heads of the mega film festival announced in a curtain raiser press conference that the opening ceremony will be hosted by filmmaker Karan Johar and actor Manish Paul. In a statement, the festival director also revealed that the opening ceremony will witness Salman Khan and Ranveer Singh along with actors Pritesh Deshmukh, Janelia Deshmukh and Shraddha Kapoor. In today's Hotspot section, we bring you a discussion on IFFI 2021, a visual treat for the cinephiles across the globe.
Films are one of the most impactful ways to tell a story, and film festivals are the perfect place for new stories to come to light. Film festivals provide a platform to new and diverse filmmakers, honor creatives for their hard work and well-crafted stories. The International Film Festival of India, IFFI, is one of the most prominent festivals in the world. Founded in 1952, it is one of Asia's oldest and India's biggest international film festivals. The festival aims at providing a common platform for the cinemas of the world to project the excellence of the film art. We take a close look at how the IFFI contributes to a better understanding and appreciation of film cultures of different nations in their social and cultural ethos.
The first edition of IFFI was held in Mumbai in 1952. In all, it had around 40 features and 100 short films. It was non-competitive, with 23 countries participating with 40 feature films and about 100 short films. This was the first international film festival held anywhere in Asia. From the third edition in January in 1965, IFFI became competitive. It was chaired by world-renowned filmmaker Satyajit. It was graded A category by the Paris-based Federation International de Producers de Films. With this recognition, the festival in India came at par with Cannes, Berlin, Venice, Karlovy Vary and Moscow International Film Festivals. Following this recognition, India adopted at its fifth festival in 1975 a permanent insignia. This comprises a representation of the peacock, India's national bird, with a permanent motto of the festival, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means the whole world is a family. In its 35th edition in 2004, IFFI became globally competitive and moved its permanent venue to Goa.
The 52nd edition of the International Film Festival of India, IFFI, will be held in Goa from the 20th to the 28th of November this year. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, the mega event will be held in a hybrid format with online and face-to-face components. IFFI has for the first time instituted the Satyajit Ray Lifetime Achievement Award. The award celebrates the legacy of Satyajit Ray to mark his birth centenary. This year, the award is being given to acclaimed Hungarian film director István Szabó and American filmmaker, actor Martin Scorsese. István Szabó is one of the most critically acclaimed Hungarian film directors. He is credited with the making of movies like Mephisto and Father. The 1981 Academy Award-winning movie Mephisto portrays a passionate but struggling actor who remains in Germany during the Nazi regime. Father is a 1966 Hungarian drama film. It is a coming-of-age story of a boy who lost his father at a young age. Movie Colonel Riddle and 2001 hit Taking Sides will be showcased. Martin Scorsese is one of the major figures of the new Hollywood era. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest and most influential directors in film history and directed major masterpieces like Shutter Island and the 1976 cult hit Taxi Driver. The 1990 mob movie Goodfellas and Leonardo DiCaprio starrer 2013 hit The Wolf of Wall Street will also be showcased at the IFFI this year.
My name is Jordan Belford. The year I turned 26, I made $49 million, which really pissed me off because it was 3 shy of $1 million a week.
We're making a name for ourselves. Nobody knows.
A total of 15 feature-length fiction films are lined up for international competition. They will compete for the coveted Golden Peacock and other awards. Danish World War II epic Into the Darkness won the top honor at the 51st IFFI held in January this year. The jury for the international competition in the retrospective section will feature renowned Hungarian filmmaker Béla Tar. The movies that are part of the lineup this year include Any Day Now by Hemi Remizan and Charlotte by Simon Franco. Godavari by Nikhil Mahajan, Me Vasantrao by Nipun Avinash Dharmadikari and Semkhor by Amy Barua are the Indian entries to the competition. Once We Were Good For You by Branko Schmidt and The Dome by Roman Vesyanov among others. The Golden Peacock awarded to the best film carries a cash prize of 40 lakh rupees to be shared equally between the director and producer. The best director, best actor male and female will receive the Silver Peacock. A special jury award will also be given to a film or an individual for their outstanding contributions. For the first time ever, films from 5 BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, will be showcased through the BRICS Film Festival alongside IFFI. The 5 countries are also the focus countries of the 52nd IFFI. The opening film of this edition of IFFI is The King of All the World by Brazilian director Carlos Saura. This will also be the film's international premiere.
Lo quería de verdad.
Quiero que en algún momento aparezca la relación entre pasado y presente de México.
Me parece que Inés tiene más química con Juan. Pero Diego es mejor bailarín, tiene más técnica. ¿Qué opinas?
Eso te lo dejo a ti, ¿no?
Mi padre era un amigo, un buen amigo. Eso fue cosa de más arriba.
Dime quién eres.
Around 30 films have been shortlisted for screening at 52nd IFFI from prominent international film festivals in the festival Kaleidoscope and World Panorama sections. Bangladeshi film Pyar Tole Mati Nai or No Ground Beneath the Feet, directed by Mohammad Rabi Mridha, has been included in the international competition section of the 52nd IFFI to be held at Goa. This is Bangladeshi director Mohammad Rabi Mridha's feature debut. Pyar Tole Mati Nai narrates the life story of an ordinary man who walks through conflicts in his life involving work, family and morality. The film depicts the struggle of a person driven to the brink due to the stress caused by poverty, further aggravated by natural disasters caused by climate change. Earlier, this film was selected for the 26th Busan International Film Festival, BIFF, held in October. A total of 24 feature films have been selected from a wide pool of 221 contemporary Indian films for the Indian Panorama section. Indian Panorama is a flagship component of IFFI, under which the best of contemporary Indian films are selected for the promotion of film art. Jury's choice for the opening feature film of Indian Panorama 2021 is the film Semkor in Dimasa language, directed by Amy Barua. Amy Barua has herself portrayed the role of the protagonist in the movie. She bagged Best Actress Award at Toronto International Women Film Festival for this film. Earlier, the movie received outstanding recognition under Best Narrative, Best Women Film and Best Debut Filmmaker categories at Tagore International Film Festival. The movie revolves around the cultural and traditional aspects of the Dimasa communities and their heritage. This year, 4 movies from Assam have been selected for Indian Panorama. After 25 years, a Bodo film, Sijo, will be screened in Indian Panorama. Actor and co-producer of the movie, Om Prakash Kherkatari, expressed happiness on the selection of the movie Sijo.
I am happy to say that after 25 years, one Bodo movie has been selected for Indian Panorama. I am really excited as it will be screened on 26 November at Goa in Ifi. It is a great moment for not only our Bodo community, but for all of us in Assam. Sijo actually is a cactus plant which we worship in our Bodo Batho religion. We have named our protagonist as Sijo in the film, but it does not have any religious significance in the movie. We try to showcase our culture and tradition through Sijo. It is a fiction and historical movie based on true events. Sijo actually is an Indo-Bhutan story about the slavery that prevailed before 1958. I hope that the national, international film lovers would like our film.
The 52nd IFFI will pay homage to thespian Dilip Kumar, director Buddhadev Das Gupta, actors Jean-Paul Belmondo and Surekha Sikri, Christopher Plummer and Jean-Claude Carrier. The combination of virtual, physical and other immersive experiences promises to make the 52nd IFFI a treat for cinephiles around the world.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter @AIR News Alerts.
In Austria, the government today announced a full national COVID-19 lockdown starting from Monday. With this announcement, Austria has become the first country in Western Europe to reimpose a full lockdown to tackle a new wave of infections. Chancellor Alexander Schallenberg said it would last a maximum of 20 days and there would be a legal requirement to get vaccinated from February 2022. Austria introduced a lockdown for all those who were unvaccinated on Monday, but since then infections have continued to set new records. The lockdown means people are no longer allowed to leave their houses with few exceptions, such as shopping for essentials and exercising. Guru Nanak Jayanti or Gurpurab is being celebrated with religious fervour across India and the world today. It marks the birth of the first Sikh Guru, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, who laid the foundation of Sikhism. This year marks the 552nd birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. On this day, devotees around the world offer prayers. The Golden Temple in Amritsar celebrates Gurpurab with much aplomb. In his Mann Ki Baat program, Prime Minister Modi had said that he is deeply inspired by the noble ideals of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Prime Minister Modi said the world over, the influence of Guru Nanak Dev Ji is distinctly visible.
The 552nd birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev was observed at the historic Nanak Shahi Gurudwara in Dhaka on Friday. People from various walks of life offered obeisance at the Gurudwara on the occasion of the Guru Purab. A program of community feast or langar was organized for the people and special prayers from Guru Bani were recited. Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh Vikram Duraiswamy paid his respects at the Gurudwara during the day. Gurudwara Nanak Shahi is a historic Gurudwara in Dhaka. Guru Nanak Dev Ji visited Dhaka in the year 1506-07. The Gurudwara was built in 1830 to commemorate the visit of Guru Nanak. Guru Tegh Bahadur also stayed in Dhaka for over 2 years. The US has ended sanctions imposed against Burundi 6 years ago in view of reforms in the country. A statement by the US Department of State noted that President Joe Biden had revoked an executive order and acknowledged last year's elections that brought in President Evariste Ndayishimiye and the reforms he has pursued across many sectors. The US and the UN imposed sanctions against Burundi in 2015, including visa restrictions and freezing of assets of key officials in government. More than 1,000 people were killed and hundreds of thousands others fled the country in the ensuing violence.
In archery, India bagged a total of 7 medals at the Asian Archery Championships 2021 held in Dhaka. India's recurve archery teams added 2 silver medals and a bronze on the final day of the championships. India ended the week-long continental event with 7 medals, 1 gold, 4 silvers and 2 bronze. India's recurve women's and men's teams settled for silver today after losing their respective finals to the Koreans. In the bronze medal match, the mixed recurve team of Ankita Bhakat and Kapil clinched the bronze after a 6-0 win against Uzbekistan. Earlier, Jyoti Surekha Vernam clinched the gold medal in the women's individual compound, while 2017 Asian champion Abhishek Verma won the silver in the men's event. In badminton, 2-time Olympic medalist PV Sindhu and former world number 1 Kidambi Srikanth stormed into the semi-finals of the 2021 Indonesia Masters Badminton Tournament after winning their singles matches at Bali today. Reigning world champion Sindhu outclassed Turkey's Neslihan Yigit 21-13, 21-10 in a 35-minute encounter. She will now take on top seed Akane Yamaguchi of Japan in the semi-final. In men's singles, Srikanth beat 2014 Indonesia Masters champion H.S. Pranoy 21-7, 21-18. Srikanth will now face the winner of the match between Thai youngster Kunlavut Vitidzan and reigning World Tour Finals champion Anders Antonsen of Denmark in the semi-final.
Now let us take a look at the major developments around the world as reported in the foreign press. Washington Post reports FDA authorizes Pfizer-BioNTech Moderna boosters for all adults. The Globe and Mail writes, Health Canada approves first COVID-19 vaccine for kids aged 5 to 11. South China Morning Post reports COP26 compromise on coal is still a victory, US climate official says. Sputnik News writes, scientist disputes WHO report on COVID-19 patient 0, says first case was linked to animal market. Financial Times writes, EA and FIFA's 30-year video game union at risk in battle over name. A quick look at the headlines once again. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi announces centre to repeal all the 3 farm laws in the upcoming winter session of Parliament. Appeals to protesting farmers to call off agitation and return home. World's most sophisticated MRI facility launched at the National Brain Research Centre in Manesar, Haryana. 52nd edition of International Film Festival of India IFFI to open with a grand ceremony on Saturday. Austria becomes first country in Europe to impose lockdown amid new coronavirus infections. And in archery, India bags 1 gold, 4 silvers and 2 bronze in Asian Archery Championships in Dhaka. India is celebrating the 152nd birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. Before we end, let us listen to his favorite bhajan, Vaishnav Jan, by artists from Oman.
वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे पर दुखे उपकार करे तो ये मन अभिमान नाने रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे सकल लोग मां सहुने वंदे निंदा न करे के नीरे वाच काच मन निश्चल राखे धन धन जननी तेनी रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जी पीड़ पराई जाने रे.
And with that, we end this bulletin. We will be back at the same time tomorrow with the next edition of World News.